It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. One ticket remaining to be punched for the championship round next week. We're all set and off we go on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
To throw is Darnold. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And he will have a Giants first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. The run here with Devin Singletary. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
And the Giants first down. Go set. No waiting. No waiting. Set.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can tell you firsthand, as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack. Hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Giants.
To the ground, a first down run.
Number 21, the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Darnold. Got his man at the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Giants. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Makes the score Giants 7, Saints
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Good job in noverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's deep for Olave. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Horn.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Side. Ready.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Pete Werner.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last two throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next two drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Warriors 70.
Olave is the motion man.
Smash, smash.
Again, it's Jones. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now this time they'll look to throw. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Chris Olave. Touchdown Saints. Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing, Darnold. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read balls accurate, balls on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. Pass complete to Neighbors. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
That's caught downfield by Robinson.
Keep going, Mel, keep going.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Darnold to throw again. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Darnold. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Darnold. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. Now we get whistles. Time has run out. The first quarter has come to an end. 1 quarter down in this NFC divisional round matchup. All even on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Giants. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. In motion is Hill.
79 Broncos.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. Defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down. In motion, it's Robinson. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. That is caught. What a throw. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Giants will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
19 tight. 19. Let's go now. 18. Pioneer. 18. Rattler. 18. Rattler.
They'll look to throw. Open man. That's Amari Cooper. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. But try and run for the first down with Jones. A gain there of 13 yards.
We've seen third down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought. Knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
They'll go play action with Darnold. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Darnold to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And a short pickup past the 25. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Trap 60. Trap 60.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Toward the perimeter, it's Cooper. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Jones now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This one is caught by Jawan Johnson. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
They run straight ahead with Jones. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Foster Moreau. Touchdown 6. Well, the play fake gets its job done, and so too does the tight end. Always a great target down there, as you know, Greg, near the end zone.
And this is where, Mike, so many tight ends do their damage. Down here in the goal line where the threat of run gets so much attention. And oftentimes it just takes the slightest hesitation by a defender. You see a tight end pop wide open, and in this case, results in the touchdown.
This fielded at about the 9. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Here's Darnold. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Darnold now on first and 10. He'll look deep here for Diggs. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. On the move at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He's got his big tight end. Giants. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. And that is number 2, Greg. He is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Now he takes off. Second down and 3. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we're off to Orlando, going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you, and the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. We are set for the second half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. And we are back at it with the third quarter. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Now, faking the give. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Giants will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. To the left side in the hands of Hill. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Chris Olave, touchdown Saints. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Beautiful play on the move out of the pocket to his left, and he finds the end zone for the touchdown. What a play, Greg.
It really was, and how often do we see quarterbacks that really are trying to make a play, throw the ball into maybe a crowd, throw it into tight coverage, especially down here in the red zone. You have to protect the ball and make great choices, and he keeps that one alive, and it pays off.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And this will be a Giants first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game.
This one intercepted. The Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, if there's one thing we can say about this quarterback, Mike, is he has certainly been entertaining. I mean, there's been a lot of good, a little bit of bad, and it's kind of come all over the place. But as many nice throws as he's made, he's got to cut down on some of the interceptions.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one into the hands of Hill. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Saints first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That one caught by Buckmean. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. He is in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown Saints. On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Saints back within 7. It's 35-28. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. And they'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. Yeah.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Jones. Room up the sideline at the 45. Down the sideline to the 20. That one flips the field. Big chunk play as he goes out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing now from the gun. He's going to run it. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Saints. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? You're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. In motion, it's Robinson. Darnold to throw on 1st down. First, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate...
This is intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Hill. And he's taken down up past the 35.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll drop to throw. That's deep for Olave. He's got it! And he's into the end zone yet again. Chris Olave, touchdown 6. Saving his best for the playoffs. His third touchdown of the game. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the fourth quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Darnold to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. To throw on first down is Darnold. He's going to try it here again. And this will be incomplete. Blake Neighbors, the intended receiver. It's second down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That is caught. It's Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's Darnold again. He's got it at about the 8. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down and goal. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. This is first and 10. Cooper going in motion. On the give, it's Jones. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Here's second down. Now they'll set up to throw. Left side into the hands of Olave. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's deep for Olave. That's hard. And he will score again. Chris Olave. Touchdown Saints. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He'll return this from the 10. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
What's the play call here? 4th down and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Cooper going in motion. On the handoff, Jones. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock?
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Chris Olave, touchdown Saints. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. Here's 1st down. Darnold now to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still one timeout left. Final minute, 1st and 10. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That is caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. The ball comes out. And this is taken in by the defense.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets to go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold. That's caught downfield by Diggs. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards. And in motion, it's Diggs. On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Darnold to throw again. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Here we go. One final play. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And this is a touchdown. They have tied it on the final play. An extra point now to win the game.
Unbelievable, Mike. I mean, what a game. What a finish. They knew they had to have the touchdown, and they got it. And now they are an extra point away from winning this game.
So a road win here for the Giants. They are able to do something that not easy to do.